you ever got a boot stuck down in your engine, you can pull it out with a coat hanger.
The girls got chickens for Easter. Well, let's be real, Jess got chickens for Easter. So that means I get to build a chicken coop and make a new YouTube video. So at the price of lumber in 2021, I got a stack of pallets because I'm too cheap. And I just take those apart with a Sawzall, cut through all the nails, stack it up, and get ready for the build. So the plan for the chicken coop is as follows. I've got two 12-foot 2x4s for the base. That'll make it 12 feet long. And I'm gonna have 3 feet up from there, another set of the 12-foot 2x4s off of that big pallet. And I'm gonna build a frame 3 feet tall all the way around. That way I got 3-foot hardware cloth that'll go all the way around the outside of it. And then I've got these frames that I'm gonna bend out of conduit that I bent that is 3 foot from here to here. So that'll give me a 6 foot tall chicken coop so we can stand up on the inside. So that's the plan. We'll get So I've got most of it put together. The main frame that I'm going to put hardware cloth along the sides. I'm going to do my nesting box along the back and put a door in. Those are just screwed together here, and the door I supported with pieces of wood like that. It's all supported together. And then a couple of these on the corners keep this door a little bit more solid up the door a little bit. That's where we're at. I'm gonna figure out the door next. Do is build the nest box, and it's going to go right here on the back. Alright, the nest box is mounted, built, done. Next thing I'm going to do is work on this back side here and get the door so we can get the eggs out and put some siding on the back. Alright, I got the hardware cloth on one side about 25 feet, and that should get me enough for 12 feet on each side. So I got to cut this. The easiest way to cut it I found is with an angle grinder. This would be the part where most YouTube channels would tell you to wear safety glasses and stuff, but this is the Redneck channel, and last time I checked, this is America. So you can do whatever the heck you want.
Dad, are you gonna fast forward this part?
I'm gonna probably delete this part. The last thing I gotta do is make the conduit hoops over the top, and they're gonna match this. This piece I made 2 feet apart, so I'm gonna take the center 2 feet, and that's where my bends are gonna be. And then they're about 45-degree angles here, and then the bottoms are about 30. But I just kind of do it and get it close, and then bend them a little bit more to make it perfect.
actually bent that before. Beep, beep,
No,
beep. Yeah, but it looks really easy.
not really easy. Takes a lot of practice. Okay, hold on. You can't do it like that. Come over here. Stand on this. Push really hard, all your weight. Keep going. Good.
Yay! I did
Okay, Liz, you want to do one?
it! Yeah.
Around here. Stand on my foot. Now pull the pole. Stand on my foot and pull the pole. Pull. You gotta put all your weight on my foot.
Pull the ball, feel the ball.
Okay, good. There you have it, folks. 4 conduits bent, ready to put up. I think what I'm gonna do is drill a hole in this 1-inch hole and set the conduits down inside the wood. Okay, so what do we get done?
We finished drilling the holes with the canoe paddle thing and drill thing, and now we're gonna, and then I put in the holes that we hooked together and bent, and then now we're gonna zip tie the wire onto the fence.
Okay, let's zip tie the chicken wire on the top. Okay, progress made on the chicken coop. I didn't video last night. This is where we're at. I threw the tarp on just temporarily just to see if it would fit. I did buy a 12-foot tarp, and as you can see, my chicken coop's like 14 feet, so I got about 2 feet at the end that isn't covered. I've been just tie wrapping the chicken wire to the frame that's built. It's a little loose, the chicken wire, but you can tighten it up just by putting the zip tie through a couple out far away and tying it tight. And it takes kind of a lot of these waves out, so if you are worried about that, chicken wire is pretty stretchy, actually, to my surprise. It'll stretch out and tighten up on you. That's that. I'm gonna throw some more zip ties on these things, get it all tightened down, places that I missed like this, and then put the tarp on permanently. I've got to figure out some kind of latch for this door, keep it shut, and then I'm gonna dig some little trenches along the side and sink it down in so that it's perfectly flat and flush. Then I'll walk around here in my rock pile, free rocks, and I'm just gonna stack some rocks around the border. Hopefully that'll keep the coyotes and stuff from digging under. Anyway, that's the plan. We're done with the chicken coop. That's how it looks. I brought over water and electric. That's what took so long. I had to hook up to the house and bring it all over and set that pole and everything so that I could get the waters in. So the waters are hooked up to water. They are dripping. So I think I'm gonna have to get a pressure regulator to bring down the pressure from regular faucet pressures like 50 psi down to like a bubbler irrigation pressure. We'll do that, but we got the chickens out here. I built this roost for them.
For when they're older, Dad.
And then the PVC feeders. And it's got a flip open top so the rain can't get in. As much rain as we get out here, about none. But if it does rain, and then their nesting boxes on the back, everything's done. And then I built them a picnic table so they can have little chick picnics on there. I don't know if that's going to stay in here. We might move it up to the front porch so we can get them out and feed them on that when they're out free ranging. There's the chickens. How old are the chickens, Soph?
4 weeks old.
5 weeks old?
Yeah.
4 weeks, 5 weeks?
4 weeks, and then Papa had them then they had them at the place for like
Yeah.
5.
So it took me, if they're 5 weeks old, it took me about 4 weeks to build this thing. I started a week after they were hatched. And here we are. Pretty much done. Put a regular doorknob on there. And we got rocks all the way around the outside. Hopefully if something tries to dig through, that'll detour them. And on the back, the
It's hard. But the nesting box opens up so you can
get into
all
the nesting
eggs.
boxes from the back and get some eggs. So that's our Arizona chicken coop. Pallet wood, tarps, and hardware cloth. I think it turned out pretty good.